What's up? What's up? It's Phyllis Thompson. I'm going to talk about why we always seem to be drawn to fresh new goals and the latest fads, and how you can use that to your advantage when it comes to your fitness, health, and or hormone balancing goals. All right, so now before I get into it, if you don't already know me, I'm Phyllis Thompson of Beast Mom Fitness, and I help busy moms 40 and up get their mojo back by balancing their hormones so they finally start dropping the unwanted weight, get rid of annoying symptoms, and get their libido back. Yes, ma'am, I said it. Right now, I have a fun little assignment for you. It's to think of 3 or 4 fitness or health related things you'd love to do or be able to say you did by the end of the year. This should be something enjoyable that you love to be able to brag about, right? Think of it as your 2022 bucket list. That's what I like to call it. I'm going to share with you mine in just a minute, but here's something really interesting. Your brain is actually hardwired to like new, fun, and different things. That's why we always get excited about new diets, new challenges, new phones, new this or new that, right? When you try something new or take up a new challenge, it fires up the feel good hormones in your brain, that feel good part of your brain that releases those endorphins. That's a pretty cool hack though, because it can keep up the excitement and motivation for your healthy habits. If you intentionally seek out fun challenges, even if they are solo goals you're pursuing for yourself, like maybe lifting a certain amount of weight, being able to do a pull up, eating differently, or eating maybe a plant based meal every week, it keeps your routine fresh and interesting, and it keeps you engaged. And that is a really great way to keep you on the track and staying focused, right? Because you are adding new and fun activities to your health and fitness journey. So, have you been excited lately about anything fun or challenging or even different? If you're looking for a few ideas, I've got a few you might want to try. You can try hiking if you've never done it before. If you can try a new trail that you can conquer. I love hiking, which I would have never known had I not tried it, because I was born and raised in the city of Philadelphia, and I was not surrounded by active people. The first active person I encountered was my former best friend. She was my best friend in my 20s, and she introduced me to running on the track. We used to go to it wasn't Temple. I can't remember the name of the university, but it was on Broad Street, and we used to go to their outdoor track and we would run the track. But back then I knew nothing about nutrition, so I would go run the track, and then I would go home and I would make home fries and sausage or bacon and cheese eggs, and I was just truly not eating right for my goals. But I would have never known that had I not tried it. And the fact of being able to tell people all of the things that I conquer hiking wise is insane. And it proves to myself that I can do hard things. For example, when I was in Colorado Springs, I hiked something called the Incline. If you don't know what this is, it's a tourist attraction, but a lot of the locals do it on the weekend because it's a crazy challenge. Colorado is actually one of the most active states, like 10 years running. So I loved that about Colorado. But anyway, so this incline is 2,000 steps up the side of a mountain. Okay, so at first, when you get on there, because you know me, I mean, if you don't know me by now, you know me, something like that, I'm like, hell yeah, I can do it. I mean, I've done 2 half marathons. After I did those, I was like, shit, I can do anything. So I do this incline, but as you're going up it, it doesn't look as high as it actually is. There are some landings that look like they're false stops. Well, they're false stops. You think that that's the end, but it's actually just a landing that goes a little further back. So by the time I got to the 2000th step, I turn around and I look down and my fear of heights kick in, and I realize, holy crap, I am really high. So I start to freak out and I want to cry, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't think I can do this. But logically, the only thing to do is to keep going up, because what are you going to do? Turn around and watch yourself go down this mountain? So I had to keep reminding myself that, first of all, you cannot fall off the side of a mountain. It is not possible. So just keep going. So, and it gets so steep in some places that I was on my hands and knees. So there was a couple of times that I wanted to cry. And I had to calm myself down. And I was like, you can't fall off the side of the mountain. Just keep going. Everybody else is fine. Nobody has tumbled down. So I get to the top, and I want to say it's like 2,700 steps. I don't remember the number exactly, but I get to the top and I turn around and I start to bawl. And even now, as I'm thinking about it, I want to cry because when you get up there, you're like, I can do anything. And that is what's amazing about setting those kinds of goals, because when you do it, not only can you brag about it, but you've proven to yourself that you are strong, you can do anything, you are resilient, and it just fires you up to take on the next challenge. So I say all that to say, try something like that. Try a hike, start small. You will be surprised how much you enjoy it. Another thing you could try is eating a plant based diet for an entire week. Every time I go plant based, and I do it at least once a year, I absolutely love it. I have the most energy. I love the food. It resets my palate because sometimes I get bored with some of the same stuff, and that will reset my palate. And I actually pull a lot of inspiration from eating plant based for the meal plans that I give to my clients. Another thing you can do is a recipe challenge where you cook 2 or 3 new recipes a week, right? Or a couple of times a month. I give you a new healthy, delicious recipe every single Wednesday. So you have them already in here. Just search the group. There is tons. And I have a ton of recipe ebooks that are free. If you don't have them, let me know and I'll shoot them to you. So you could try that. Meditating every day for a month and then keeping a journal of your progress and what you learned from it. I'm trying to think of another idea. Go on an active date every week. Bowling, indoors, indoor ice skating. Bowling is indoors. Indoor ice skating, paintball, anything that doesn't revolve around food. I've gotten huge about that where I had somebody invited me to a brunch when I'm going to be in Philadelphia in a couple of weeks, and I was invited to a brunch, and I was like, I mean, breakfast is breakfast. I've had it. Let's go do something else. Let's go do something active. Like, stop inviting me to breakfast. Stop inviting me to eat. Let's go do something that does not revolve around food. And I'm not going to be, I don't know, negative Nancy or whatever you want to call it. So if that's what the group wants to do, I'll show up. I'll eat before I go. I'll stay on plan. But I really would love for people to stop revolving all get-togethers around food. Like, let's do something. Like, let's go play volleyball. How about that? Let's try that. But the list of ideas goes on, and if you focus on things, new things that get you excited, that fall in line with the lifestyle you want to live, it just keeps you engaged in your new lifestyle, the things that are going to keep you moving in the direction that you want to as you get older, especially for balancing those hormones. The whole point is to try new fun things that support your healthy lifestyle. And if you need another idea, what about if you walk or ran a 5K? I just released my complete training guide, which is completely free. Just shoot me a message and I'll send it over to you. I designed that because exercise is so important for balancing your hormones, right? So a lot of people just don't have a plan. So that's why I put that together for you. I'm actually doing my 5th 10K on Monday. It might be more than that. It may be only 5. I don't know. I've lost count. It's the Peachtree Road Race. It's every July 4th. And it is just going to be so exciting after the last couple of years of not being able to do it with COVID to get back out there. It is such a fun race. I have a great time. And it's just really going to feel good to get back to challenging my mind and my body and being active. This is just one of the things that we do with our clients here at Beast Mom Fitness and helping them create meaningful goals, having fun, and making them a reality. And I didn't forget, as promised, here's what's on my bucket list for the rest of 2022. Most of you probably already know it. It's taking the stage again. Last year I took a bigger stage. I've done a fitness competition before, but WBFF is definitely a bigger stage. So I took the stage last year, and I want to do it again this year. I want to go pro, right? I want to get my pro card, and I want to eventually get at least 1 crown. Ideally, I'd like to get 2 or 3, but I want to get at least 1 crown. And I want to do that because I want to show women, I will be 47 this year. I want to show women over 40 dealing with hormonal imbalances, trying to take their lives back after we've raised our kids, that you can freaking do anything and you can completely transform your body. You absolutely can. And I want to prove to myself that I can do it, and I want to brag about it. I'm going to be real. I want to be able to be like, look at me. That is me up there on the stage. I went pro. I have a crown. I'm a badass. So, most importantly, it's proving to myself that I'm a badass, that real badass is inside of me, and then being able to brag about it. Like, I'm being dead serious. That is what it's about. I mean, it's not what it's about, but honestly, being able to say you've done these hard things that a small percentage of the population even ever attempts is amazing. And you don't get there overnight. You incrementally start doing harder and harder things as you prove to yourself that you can do the first hard thing. My first, what was it, a 5K in like 2009? I did it, but my time was horrible. Wasn't sure if I was going to do it again. And now I've done 2 half marathons, a sprint triathlon, and all the other things that I do. And it's only because I know I can do hard things. I've proved it to myself, and I challenge myself a little bit more every single time. But if you've got something you're working towards, be sure to let me know about it. Drop it in the comments, shoot me a message in Messenger so I can be your cheerleader and cheer you on, because not everybody in your life is going to support what you're doing. They're going to be like, why the heck are you trying to do that? Because I can, right? Because I can, and I want to prove to myself that I can. So, I mean, don't ever limit yourself. Ever, ever, ever. Especially over your 40s. Man, we can do way more than I believe truly we did in our 20s, because we have way more focus, way more time, and way more money. So that's all I've got for you tonight. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Ciao.